It's been a whole year since I done worked for somebody. When I moved to Charlotte, I worked for Lyft for a month, and that's a whole other story. But outside of that, I've just been pursuing purpose, taking care of my daughter, and connecting with God. Now, it's been a lot of trial and error. It's been a lot of confusion. It's been a lot of clarity. But in order to gain clarity, you have to be able to try some things to see what stick and what don't. And right now in my mentor group, we are focused on the birth, no, not the birth, the death part of creation and just what that all signifies within in order to create externally as well. And a lot of the times we give up on things because it's hard. And I never thought that I was that type of girl, but it turns out I am. Then I knew I had an avoidant and an anxious attachment style, but I didn't know how deep it ran. And also, I was still running from the avoidant attachment style. I've done so much work to heal the anxious part of my attachment style. And now, here comes the avoidant all glossed up, like here on a silver cloud to deal with me. And it's just divine timing. Things come up when they're supposed to. We constantly want to search and search and search for the answers and search what's wrong with me and just pull them out. Have somebody pull it out, or we're trying to force it out. And when you just allow yourself to be and just release that control and surrender, you're able to let things come up when they're supposed to, when you have the capacity to deal with it, when you have the resources, when you have those people around you that can hold you with dealing with things that may be heavy or maybe not so much. I get my anxious attachment style from my father. I talk a lot about that. But I get my avoidant attachment style from my mother. And growing up, I just had this hard time of connecting with people because people didn't want to connect on that level. They would be going through things, they would be dealing with things, especially my mom, and she would be like, nothing's wrong with me. Nothing's this. And would get super agitated, irritated, and shut the whole thing down. Things was good, and then it wasn't. So here I am pursuing purpose, and I became a mother and all these things at the same time. And love really challenges you to see things within yourself that you would want to run from. And a lot of people do run from it, right? Because it's easier to do. We want to do what's easy, moral of the story. And I would be like, no, I'm breaking generational changes. I'm over here going through the murky waters. I'm over here doing this, that, and the other. But I'm still tiptoeing when it comes to certain parts of my journey and when it comes to certain parts of myself. Not everything's easy to face, and that's okay too. But now I'm facing this avoidant attachment style head on, and I'm seeing all the times where I just gave up on the things that I loved because it required too much from me. I got pregnant, and my dog that I had at the time, I was so terrified of dogs, so I went and got a dog. Convinced my partner at the time to let us get a dog because he didn't want a dog. And I had him for 2 years. Then I got pregnant, and he had a virus of some sort and was going through the motions. He was pooing all in his cage. He wasn't going to sleep. And I was just like, I can't do this. And we got rid of him. And he had a lot of energy and was very hyper too. And we had just moved into a studio apartment, or we were about to. And I was like, this isn't going to work. Maybe it could have, though. I think about him all the time, and he was such a confidant to me. Like, he was more than I could ever imagine in my first dog on my own. And he really helped me overcome certain fears pertaining to animals. And, I moved away from all I ever known, and he did his big one for me. He was the sweetest, wildest, craziest dog. Louis, I love you. So then, I mean, there's several moments, but I'm just pointing out a few that's recently came up for me. And my car was repossessed, and I can get rid of anything. Okay, I can get rid of anything material, shoes, clothes, purses, couches, TVs. I can give it up, without thinking twice about it. But there was these two boxes of all the birthday cards that I got over my lifespan, souvenirs from different places, pictures. These two boxes I've taken with me everywhere I've moved, and they were in my car when my car was repossessed. I had a few of Navi's baby clothes, my daughter's baby clothes, some of her toys and things like that. And all of that was gone. And I had the opportunity to go and get them, even though it was an hour away, right? I've driven further for certain things. But I had my stepmom ask, like, do you want me to take you to go get it? Do you want me to take you? Do you want me to take you? And I'm like, no, don't even worry about it. Like, I'm just making space for new. I'm just making space for new. And though that's true, again, it would have required something out of me. Those are some things that were super sentimental to me, and I just let it go because I was still trying to process everything that just happened. I felt like I didn't have anything, but I still had more than enough. But I let it go. And that's something that I had to process and just grieve and just, you know, and even when it comes to my child, I love my child with all of my heart. I will do anything for her. I've done everything in my power to do certain things to shift our lives, and I'm still doing it. But there has been this level of resentment too, of just like life's so much harder with a child. Pursuing purpose with a child is hard. Being a single mother is hard. And, you know, when we literally get so caught up on everything being hard and we just say forget it all, or we just ignore those feelings and we don't lean into them and we don't, you know, see where they're stemming from, we're continuing to live a life that's disconnected from the things that truly matter to us the most. I wouldn't change my daughter for the world, but I literally had to sit here and process the resentment I had, not because of her, but just the world we live in, right? The things that you have to do in order to reclaim your truth, your identity, your power, to live the life that you want to live, and then to do it with a baby when the world don't give a damn about women or children. I'm like, why is this so hard? I could be doing this with flying colors if it wasn't all of this. And it's like, that's not true. And just allowing myself to sit in these emotions and like, I run from the things that I truly care about because it requires more from me. And my prayer has been, God, I surrender running when I know I don't want to run. These are the very things that I've asked for. These are the very things that mean the world to me. And because it's hard, am I going to continue to run from it and disregard it and not give it my all? That's not me. Whatever this is within me, remove it. I release it. I give it to you. I need your help to really surrender this because I can go toe to toe. I can put in the work. I can sit in the thick of it. I know I can. When you get through those hard parts, that's when you connect the deepest. And I want the deepest, most fruitful, most juiciest, most loving connection with my daughter, with whatever animal come in close quarters, whatever person, whatever sentimental item that I have in my life. Let me go toe to toe and let me fight for it. Let me fight for myself, right? I still take the easy route sometimes when it comes to my health or when it comes to just pursuing. I've learned so much without working for somebody that I never would have been able to do if I did. And I lost a lot along the way. But if you was to ask me, no, I haven't lost anything. I'm gaining who I really am. I'm seeing how God works. I'm seeing what I truly want. I'm like what it's going to require out of me in order to receive it. I know what don't work. And now I know what does work. And I just want to do what works. And I'm going to do that. Can't nobody stop you but you. Yes, it may be hard, but what do you want? And if you want it, fight for it. Go get it. Ask God to help you surrender it and release it because you're not doing it alone. I'll be damned if anything else is taken from me and I just let it go because of pride, because of ego, because it's too hard, it's too much. It's no, like, put me in, coach. Put me in, God, I'm ready.